Good morning. We start this Wednesday morning in trade, taking a stock of all that has happened in global markets on Tuesday, as well as how Asian markets have started Wednesday. Now, the Dow slipped around 200 points to start the trading on Tuesday, US time, as investors worried about the Delta variant's impact on the economy. Industrials led the decline for both the Dow as well as the S&P. As the dollar gained and yields rose, it further amplified the decline on indices. The Dow was down around 270 points, around 0.75%, with the index down in now 5 out of the last 6 trading sessions. The S&P 500 as well was down around 0.33% to start the trading week in the red. This is the second consecutive day of losses for the S&P. The Nasdaq composite though held steady and was up around 7 basis points, recording its 4th consecutive day of record closing. Fantastic for the Nasdaq. With regard to Europe now, all European indices closed in the red as they reversed gains made on Monday. European indices closed lower just prior to the ECB meeting, which is to be held later this week. The stock 600 index was down more than or around 0.5%. The DAX was down more than 0.5%, with materials and utilities being the largest drags for the German index. The index has been in the red now in 4 out of the last 7 trading sessions. The FTSE 100 was down around 0.5% as well, reversing gains made on Monday, with healthcare and financials being the largest drag for the UK index. The French CAC 40 was down around 0.25% after being up 0.4% in trade on Monday. Moving on to Asia, the Asia Pacific stock slipped as Japan as Japan revised its second quarter GDP estimates upwards. So the Nikkei continued to go up and was up around 0.86% in trade yesterday and has been gaining in the last 7 consecutive trading sessions. It closed the highest since April 2021. The index was up around 0.17% in trade earlier today morning. The Hang Seng though also continued to closed up yesterday 0.75% and has been in the green for 6 out of the last 7 trading sessions. The Shanghai closed up as well 1.5% yesterday and has been in the green as well in 7 out of 8 trading sessions. So Japan and China are doing quite well. However, the Australian index, the ASX 200, closed flat with a positive bias and was up around just 2 basis points. The index was down around 0.5% in early trade today. The Kospi also closed down 0.5% down yesterday and is down around 0.4% today. The SGX Nifty futures also closed around 1/4% down yesterday and reversed Monday's gains. However, today morning the index is up around 15 basis points. Moving on to commodities, the London Metal Index was down around 0.5% yesterday, also reversing Monday's gains and ending a 2-day streak for the index. Gold continued to retreat and was at roughly $1,800 an ounce in early trade today. Oil was at around $68.50 a barrel, with Brent at around $71.75 a barrel. LME copper was down around 1%, with DCA iron ore bouncing back around 0.5% after being down 3.5% in trade yesterday. Treasury yields started to rise in the trading week starting this week. The dollar index was up for the first time after 6 consecutive sessions of declines and has been up around 0.5% yesterday. However, was flat in early trade today, just up around 2 basis points. The US 10-year Treasury yield was at around 1.366%, which is substantially higher, around 2 basis points higher than what it was in trade yesterday morning. Bitcoin also is down over 10% on the back of the dollar strengthening and is back at the 46,800 levels. That's quite a large roundup of how global markets have performed over yesterday and today. Thank you.